Yes, Fitmaster Academy came in my mind, especially in 2009, when I was like 28 years old, and I had a nephew younger than me, 15 years old, and because I had many opportunities, coaches, and so abroad in the U.S. And I used to have contact with them, and I saw that young guy. I was like, wow, he needs more opportunity than me. I'm gonna help him. So I start to making videos, and I start to be a mentor. I mentor him in English, in basketball. His name is Teres Maimba. He
Right.
played for Moros Christian High School.
Yeah. Oh,
With,
Montrose. Yeah. So
yeah,
I grew up in
Montrose. Yeah,
Maryland. I grew up in Maryland, right there.
yes,
That's where Kevin Durant went.
exactly. He played in Montrose, so I was his mentor, and
Oh,
I
that's
learned
cool,
him.
man. Yeah.
Yes, I love that, and I felt that that was a God mission. I was like, God, I feel like God. You see
But
the
I
opportunities
tell
I
you,
have, the potential.
what's crazy is that school they cut their basketball program.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
You see, that's
exactly.
why it's so. And I hate to cut you off, but that's why it's so amazing what you're doing because you get power like a powerhouse like Montrose Christian. They have to cut their
Hmm.
program, but you have this Feedmaster thing that especially from where I'm from, would be amazing because it's grown from the core of it. Montrose Christian was not a school that wanted to be known for basketball. That's why they cut it down. I was in Maryland actually the year I knew some of the coaches there. That's why they shut it down because it's a Christian school and being known for basketball
Mm.
isn't what they wanted to do. But you're building something in which once you blow up, it's like there's no way that it can shut down if it's done the right way. So I sorry I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's what happens on the show. By the way, this when people start talking
Yeah.
my language, I get going, brother. I get going, Brice.
Hey, hey, that's good. So that was way back in 2009, 2011. So I
Right.
mentor him on mindset, basketball mindset, basketball shooting because I've always had the skills of shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, basketball mindset, English, how to use a computer, video edit, and so I mentor him until he got his opportunity, went to the US. So yes, and I feel like wow. So if I've been able to do that for one, I want to do that for many, many, many. That just yeah, that was just God inspiration. That just came everything. When I was like, okay, I speak English. I know basketball and English are the same. I know have good shooting skills. I have a basketball experience. I have to have also my coaching degree, and so yeah, that will work out. And I stayed focused on that, and year after year, that kept nurturing, and that was like a God driven mission because year after I became English teacher, and my passion for English is high school added to uh, teacher experience with basketball. I was like, God, all that I want right now is just resources, help, and facilities, and God is inside. So I kept going. I kept going. So that came just like that because I felt the need of many, many, many youth, and it is amazing because you can see a young player here. He has a huge talent, but he doesn't have any direction. No one who can just tell him, okay, this is where do you have to do, how to fix your shot, or how to fix your mindset. There are some coaches who work like this, but they are not a lot. They are not a lot. They are not a lot. Sometimes the player just go on practice, and
Right.
sometimes he doesn't, and yeah, and he just stop there. He doesn't reach after the practice what the coach wanted to say, what's the meaning of this set play, like Kobe Bryant used to do because he wanted to learn the game.
Yep.
And that's what I used to say to the young player I have. Say you cannot just be stop. I mean, just you cannot be stuck with only what the coach says. Take
Right.
what the coach says and go further.
Mm-hmm.
Find yourself. find your identity. And when you're in basketball, you cannot just come like randomly like this. You must have a reference in your country or NBA or in Europe, and then with
Yeah.
your own physical ability, you make a brand for yourself. Like for
Mm-hmm.
example, people in my country, people know that my nickname is Reggie Miller because I have skills. Even I
Mm-hmm.
go on the court, even at this age, people will be like, don't let that guy open, or don't let him take his shot, and because they know. And that's what I did all these years,
Mm-hmm. Well,
looking, looking, looking.
I'm really excited. I really love the fact that you mentioned references, because a lot of what we talk about in the book, The Six Figure Athlete, is how to take your athletic playing career and apply it to whatever profession that you'd like to pursue. And when it comes to references, there's nothing more powerful than a strong reference. And what we're all about, and this is for you listeners now, what we're all about is taking that mindset that you had as an athlete and figuring out a way to take the positives, take the blessings, takes the transferable skills, take those and apply it to your working world. And if we can figure out ways to again, like I keep mentioning on this show, on this particular episode, is, if we can keep finding ways to integrate and create opportunities, we don't, I mean, the world will, there's so many problems in this world that will be solved if we would approach it like a team, if we would approach it like the athletic mindset. And that's where I really want to, I really want you to excuse me, explain to the listeners what would be the best way of them getting in touch with you. How can they support what you're doing? How can they just get involved with the overall mission of everything you're trying to do?
Okay, that's great. The best way to get in touch with me is to join me in, first of all, on my social pages on Instagram, fitmaster underscore 8 academy, and Facebook, Fitmaster Basketball Academy, and on
Mm-hmm.
LinkedIn also, on LinkedIn, Brice Kassa. And on my email address, you can join me at Fitmaster Academy Manager 23 at gmail.com, or
Mm-hmm.
Kassa Brice 3 at gmail.com. And my phone number is plus 241 7427 uh, 8629. And the way that I want people to support is
Mm-hmm.
with first of all, with equipment. I will need people to support me with basketball shoes, all equipment, basic equipment for basketball, and
Mm-hmm.
also with equipment, jerseys, shorts, everything for basketball practice, and also with books, English books, because I I'm working on English course, to help basketball players to become fluent in English, and
Yeah.
also and also books and specialists, those who are specialized professional in mental, yes, in psychology or mental aspect of the game, because this is what I read. I listen to many podcasts about mentality,
Mm-hmm.
mindset. That's, yeah. I'm not a professional at that, but I define myself as a self-made man. So I go there, and I try to, to mix that up, and that's it. So, and finally, with scholarship opportunities, because I have more under my hand. I have more than 50 young players in the country.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, I'm in
And you got
here
to
in
understand now,
Libreville.
just to give people perspective, there's what, maybe 12 players on a basketball team. So you could, I mean, with
Uh,
what you got, you could create your own league. To be honest with you, Brice.
yes, I have more because uh, the I have players for many ages here in
Mm-hmm.
Libreville and also in the countryside. There is a place called Muila, my native place in the south. There's there I have also players in Mwanda, Munana, that's in the south of the country. I have players in Libreville, so most of them are my former students, and other athlete that met me and the young one, and that I have I have just a staff of young people. They organize themselves. There's one who is in charge of equipment, charge of discipline, charge of coaching, and so I organize myself with them. And the best thing is that praise God, I have received the agreement for the Ministry of Ports of my country,
Mm-hmm.
the Homeland Security also, so I can I can do my that activity legally and with the consent, with the authorization of the government of country. So that's a huge blessing. And yes, and what I do also is that I start to collect. I will send you the picture. I start to collect shoes,
Mm-hmm.
shirts, t-shirts. I collect also notebooks. I on here I go in touch with some coaches, and I
Mm-hmm.
also help basketball organization with senior players to help them how to shoot, how to have a basketball mindset. And I've just funny also good is that because I have two players, senior players, who don't know really about the how to be a point guard. So they play, but they say,
Yeah.
coach, I don't know what to do as a point guard and so on. So we discuss a lot. We talk about the mindset of the point guard and all this. Yes. So this to say, as you ask me, these are the ways to reach me, to support me. Yes.
1,000, and all of that will be. Make sure you message me all that, but I'll also include all of that in the show notes as well. So, Brice,
Mm-hmm.
this is the way I close out all the shows. I want you to use your imagination. I want to take you back into your former self as a player that was
Yeah.
dreaming. I wanted to make it to the NBA and that whole thing. And I want you to pretend that
Amen.
that just came into the room, and I want you to just have a conversation and speak to him. You're the Brice now doing what you're doing now, but I want you to talk to your former self and just give him some words of encouragement, and we'll officially close with that.
Exactly. Exactly. So, well, you say you want me to tell something about my former self?
Yeah, just pretend he's here.
Okay. Yes. Yes. This to say that when I, as a former self, as myself, I took now in the present. I have the desire to become the best player I can on the court and off the court, because I know that once the coach trusts you to do a task, you have to be there disciplined, you have to be dedicated, you have to work on your craft, on what you know to do. You have
Mhm.
to be the best to encourage your players. You have to be the big brother. You have to be there to encourage those who cannot do things like you. You have to be, to put all the team on your back. You have to be the guy that is helpful off the court, the guy who is able to notice when your teammate is in trouble, maybe in personal life. Or you also have to be you also have to be can I say, hey, you have to have a long, I mean, you have to you have to 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 display that desire to go higher step after step. You have to also think about life after basketball, because this is a cycle. Once you
Mhm.
finish, you become a manager, you become a coach, you become a team owner, and you help the youth to share the dream. Yes.
I love the team owner aspect. You're gonna be team owner. You gotta own it, be the owner,
Yes,
baby.
owner. Yes, yeah, team. Yeah, team owner, and that's a goal. That's a goal. That's a goal because as African,
Yeah.
it's important to be a powerhouse, and also for the world. Look at what you see, like this man, Amaj, the owner. I forgot his name, Masayu Ruchi, the owner of the Toronto Raptors. It's amazing.
Hmm. Yep.
It's amazing how, yeah, opportunities he gives to all the players in the world, all Africans. You
Hmm.
see, yeah,
I mean,
like what
he does a great job, man. He's one of my favorites.
exactly. And I'll tell you that this is one of my references too as a professional success. Look
Mm-hmm.
also what other former athlete does for their country, like
Right.
Joachim Noah, Luc Mbamute, Dikembe Mutombo.
I was listening.
So,
I grew up a Sixers fan, so I was waiting for you to say
okay,
that name, my boy Mutombo. I was waiting for you to
yeah.
say that name. I've been waiting for you to say that name throughout this entire episode, boys. Man, that was my guy.
With his Rolls voice, he say, "Don't come in my house."
And you know he went to Georgetown too. He went to Georgetown too.
Yes, 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 yes. He went to Georgetown, and there's I don't know, yeah, only Georgetown, yes, and yes, he
Him,
came also.
Lorenzo, Alonzo Mourning, and Iverson all went to Georgetown.
Yeah,
It's terrible what they're doing
yes,
now, embarrassing us. But let's not talk about
yes.
Georgetown basketball right now. Let's not do that because I'll keep you on here for hours venting. We're not
So
gonna do
yeah,
Georgetown
so
basketball right now, bro.
yes, so I really hope that I've answered your question the best that I can. I say that I spoke with my heart,
Yeah.
and yeah, with as a former athlete and as a loving of the basketball, loving of God,
Yes.
and love to help others. I have my heart fully poured to that. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, every day, truly, that's what I pray every day. I'm like every time I buy shoes, I collect shoes. I'm like, God, I need to help these kids. I need to help these kids to know that they can make it in life. They can
Yeah.
succeed. Because we never, yeah, because all there are many kids in their family. The situation was just horrible, but basketball, just help them to to reach that bridge of hope. And I talk
Mm-hmm.
about my own experience, as you can read in the book. That was that. We all talk about our real stories, but that was that. Basketball and God saved me, saved my life.
Now,
When
how did
some
you hear about the opportunity to be an author?
I oh are you asking me how do I got the opportunity to get the author?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was what the name of that lady, Mrs. I forgot her name. She's the one who introduced me
Was it
to. I mean,
Joy
she
Walker or
was.
something like that?
Yes, Missy Joy Walker. Yes, she contacted me and she talked me about the opportunity to become an athlete and course six-figure athlete author. I was like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So she linked me to Taj and everything just went, and yes, and voila. So
Yeah,
everything
that's
went
the
well,
power
and
of it. Because I know me personally, I would have never heard about you had you not been in the book, and that's the power of authorship, being an author, being a thought leader, and all these things. Again, the biggest takeaway, listeners, is you got to put yourself out there. You cannot sit around complaining that opportunities are not coming your way if you're not continuously trying to put yourself out there. That's on you. The opportunities
exact.
are there. It's up for you to absolutely just bum rush it, just go through it. Just like I'm gonna use a basketball analogy because I got you on, but you got to take the rock and go to the hole, baby. You got to see that opening and go pike that
Yeah,
motherfucker, baby. Woo!
exactly. And as we know that we are a team,
Right.
and I drive, and I know that well. My man Aswand is on the side. I can kick him the ball, or he can just give me
There
the
you
ball
go.
too. We are a team. Yeah.
Right.
So yes, and I want to still also tell you that I'm grateful to God for that such amazing connection, and
Yeah.
also grateful to God for the heart, and more also because for my wife, also because my wife is American citizen. She's a U.S. citizen. She lives in Missouri, St.
Missouri.
Peters. Yeah, Missouri. Yeah, she lives in St. Peters. She
Oh,
came. We married. Yeah, she came in my country last year. Yes, and she really she's a great support in my dreams, and which are hers too. So that's why I want to say thank to God, thank to you,
Mhm.
Ashwan, thank you, Taj, thanks you to all the co-author. And I keep reading everybody's stories. That's just interesting.
Yeah. It's one
Yeah,
of those books too. It's not a it's just a quick read, but you can go back and reread every time you're not feeling or you don't feel like putting in the work that day. Just go back and pop one of those stories in, man, and it just re-energizes you. So that's another
yeah,
cool thing
yeah,
about the book. But
exactly.
I'm really like how it came out.
Hmm.
So shout out to like your the mission is to have all of the authors, like I told you again, all of them on the Move Swiftly podcast. To date, we've had Todd, we've had Austin, we've had Kezia. I got Reed scheduled, Janet and Alex, all of them are scheduled. So at some point in the near future, all of us will be on this very podcast. So you listeners, just stay tuned. All of the authors of the Six Figure Athlete will be on this podcast speaking their story. It's coming very soon. Just stay tuned, baby.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm available. Once it's okay, just let me know, and I will prepare myself. And as you ask me, I will write it down also. I give you all the information, the way to be rich on social media or personally, and the needs of the youth here. We want to make a difference, and we want to show them that it's possible to reach their dreams.
1000%, man. All right,
Yeah,
fellow
mhm.
teammates, continue to move swiftly. We will talk
Yeah,
more soon.
yeah, yeah. I like that. Move swiftly. Yeah.